minutes to 6. Negative equity has left homeowners here with about £44 million in debt. That's according to Advice NA. Paul Callaghan is from Citizens Advice, and we can speak to Emma, who found herself in negative equity, and she will tell us how. Good evening, Emma.
Good evening, James. How are you?
I'm very well. And what was your experience of having a bigger mortgage than the house is worth?
It's been a very daunting, drawn-out, hard experience over the last number of years. We bought our property probably at the height of the boom in 2007. We quickly realised that, the property wasn't worth what we had paid for it.
What was that?
We paid £170,000 for it. And, very quickly it became, 150, 140, 100. And we didn't really see a way out. My husband, he works in the construction industry, so, the recession had a knock-on effect on that as well.
Were you having difficulty paying the mortgage?
We were getting things very, very tight, and we found that we had very little options. We had spoken to our lender and tried to seek, some kind of impartial advice as to what options that we had. The area that we were in wasn't very good, and, we were hoping to start a family. And we felt very, very stuck, and that there was no way out for us, and that we could never move up the property ladder or be in an area that, was comfortable for us.
So what did you do?
We had to try to seek some advice, kind of citizens' advice and all of that. And we got advice, but we didn't get anything that was going to help us. We spoke to the lender based on the advice that we've been given, but they weren't willing to do anything for us. So we spoke to a company called Negative Equity NI. They're based there in Belfast, and they were able to give us some options as to how we could proceed, to move forward. So we were able, with their help, they were able to negotiate with our lender with a shortfall settlement. So basically what that means is we were able to sell our house.
For how much, Emma?
Value. We sold it for £75,000. So, we originally paid £170,000. We sold it at £75,000. And we had paid a lot of payments. It was 7.5 years we were in the house. And we were left with a big balance. So
and no house?
That was no house. No, we had no house then after that.
So what are you doing? Are you renting now?
Yeah, we're renting at the minute. The process was that Negative Equity NI, they negotiated with our lender to be able to actually let us sell the house at a shortfall, because, they have to legally allow you to do that. And then, we negotiated a payment plan to repay some of that, and we're just waiting to hear what our, a shortfall settlement figure, what we're going to pay in full to have the whole mortgage paid and, be able to move on with our lives.
Are you hoping to buy again at some stage?
Yeah, well, ideally we would like to be on the property ladder rather than having to rent, a house. And, my husband, he had to go to England for work. My baby was 9 days old and he had to go away, which was very, very difficult. But, we're starting to finally get back on our feet now. That was 2 years ago. So ideally we would, but I suppose we're more sceptical now of what it is that we either buy or build or whatever,
Emma, thank you.